Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. It's Ro, and today I am going to be sharing with you this very quick tutorial slash maybe craft with me, and this is going to be using this Swan Shaker set from ScrapDivaDesigns. This is included in the latest release, which is the June release, so go check it out. Also, you can check out the links down below so you could see what other new arrivals are in store. Of course, when you are shopping ScrapDivaDesigns, don't forget to use my code RODA10, that's RHODA10, to save 10% at checkout. So what I'm doing here is I am going to be cutting this piece right here. If you can see this whole die set, it is just one size, but the swans are facing opposite sides. Now it'll be quicker if you use whatever I'm using and the other one, the one that's facing the other side, just so you can crank your die cutting machine just one time and then you are done. But I have no idea why I did it this way, but what I did is I just used like one die, like a die that's facing like a specific side, and then just use the other pieces together with that that die. And then what I did is I just like run it twice on my die cutting machine. Now again, you can use the other die that's facing the other way, so it'll be quicker. So what I'm doing here is I am just going to be putting all those smaller pieces, and I am gonna glue them onto our swan. So this will be the beak, the crown, and then the eyes. I ended up using the really pretty one that has like the eyelashes, so that one's so cute. And then what I'm gonna do is, so one swan, because I am cutting it twice, one swan is facing the right side, and this one I am going to be flipping it to the other side, and then that is where I am going to put the little pieces. I'm gonna glue on our little pieces that way. So this is why if you want it to be quicker, you will want to use the other die as well, just so you only crank your die cutting machine once. So what I usually do when it comes to shaker die sets, if you know me, you know I have a love and hate relationship with shaker die sets. It's just sometimes I get frustrated, like if the acetate piece won't like stick well whenever I make it, whenever I make a shaker. I don't know, like I think I would rather make like a 3D project instead of like making shakers. I don't know, it's just me, but I do make shakers like every once in a while. But if I see that there are other ways to use a shaker set, of course I will also like try and make and use other ideas, like what else I can make with a shaker die set, and this is just one of them. So I like to read, and I do like, and other than listening to audiobooks, I also have like physical books, and you know, we do need like bookmarks, page markers. So I was thinking, hey, what if I make this really pretty swan die set, and then I will make it into a page marker. So this is what I'm doing now. Also, if you do not read, like if you do not read books, or like let's say you journal, this can also be used as a page marker. So right now I am still putting everything together, and yeah, this is a very pretty die set actually. And for me, I honestly am not a big fan of like die sets that have like really small pieces, because I've got chunky fingers. But this die set is an exception. It is just so beautiful, and this would work well, especially if you are making anything like Maggie Holmes, since Maggie Holmes, like, we do know that the Maggie Holmes collections use like a lot of swans, so this is a good die set to have in your stash. So if you do have those Maggie Holmes swaps, then you can take this out and just start cutting away. You can make embellishments out of this, so you could give it to your swap partner. And once you're done putting those little pieces onto our swan, all you need to do is just put them back together, the two big swans. So this is how it looks. And then let us glue this together. But to make this into a page marker, what we are going to do is we are just going to glue halfway, like from the top, and then we will leave the bottom half like open. And that is pretty much it. A very simple project that you can use, you can make whenever you have like metal die sets that are small enough to make into page markers. I wouldn't suggest making page markers using dies that are a bit like tall, because it might like fold if in case you put your book inside the bag. I think this one will most likely fold. Well, it really depends on how you put your book inside your bag. But yeah, this is how it looks. A very easy project you can make, and that is it. So I am just gonna show you how it looks if you use it as a page marker. And since I don't have a book close by, so I'm just gonna show you how it looks. And that is it. So it is pretty cute. And yeah, that is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a short video, but you know, I just wanted to give you some ideas of what else you can make with the Swan Shaker die set from ScrapDivaDesigns. Again, I am going to be sharing some links down below, so don't forget to check that out. And also don't forget to use my code RHODA10, that's RHODA10, when you shop at ScrapDivaDesigns. And that is it for now. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!